Hey everybody, this is Felicia with The Book is Done. I am on to book number 2 for the month of March. Um, this book right here was so freaking good. So good. This is the third book by this author that I am going to talk about. And it's a standalone book. I have spoken about the other two. I was an ARC reader for this book, but of course I had to physically, this is just me, I physically purchased a book as well for support. But Spencer Guerrero, My Son is a Murderer, which is his first book. My Father is a Serial Killer. That's the second book. This book right here, baby, listen. My Wife's Stalker. I cannot tell you how good this book was. It was so, the twist in the end. I literally had a book hangover for a good couple of hours. I'm not even gonna lie, a good couple of hours. This is basically one of his best books yet. Um, I'm gonna try my best not to spoil the book. I'm gonna try. If you do, this is the warning in advance. I'm so sorry. In all things, get the book. Get the book. Get the book, y'all. This book was such a ride because it was just trying to figure out what's going on. So my wife's stalker. So basically, trying to figure out what I want, how I want to say it. So it starts out with this woman being murdered, and like they were just saying that this woman is in the woods. They can't hear her screams, um, and she's dead. So it starts, of course, in present day, and then it goes back to like 2018, 2020. To like it just keeps going back and forth to recall different um, situations, if you will. So there's this woman named, it's his husband and his wife. The wife's name is Scarlett. The husband's name is Damien. And it's just them two. They're pretty young, maybe like in their mid 20s, if that, I believe so. But Scarlett is an artist. Damien is, it's like he's trying to find his way, but like throughout the course of this book, it's like he's security. He ends up being security, a driver slash security for like one of the richest men in town. And they are in a town called Rainfall. I want to say it's like Rainfall, Vermont, or something like that. But in all things, the coastal, it says the coastal town's name is Rainfall. And so I thought that was pretty dope. They're on the East Coast. But in all things, Scarlett is the wife of Damien. Scarlett is the one who gets murdered. And so Damien, not to say he's like a hothead, but he's a hothead. Like he's a hothead, but he's very protective of his wife. And so, she'll make some comments like, I just don't feel safe, something isn't right. Damien is ready to rip off heads and just let them roll like bowling balls. Like he is about that life. Damien don't play about his wife. And so they kept getting like these gifts, these boxes and stuff on their front porch of like whether it was her Scarlett's underwear or something like that. I would like to say like one of the triggers is definitely like stalker type stuff, um, verbal abuse. Um, I don't want to say domestic abuse. It's very is it can be very towards the end. It's very graphic, if you will. Not to the point where it's just like like gory, but at the same point in time, you're just like, what the crap am I reading, yo? So the rich man that Damien drives for, his name is Abel. Abel owns a couple of businesses, nightclubs, like he's that person where he owns like half the town business wise. And so he's just, Abel can be very arrogant. And then Abel's wife is Scarlett's mother. And so is Damien's mother in law. And so Damien gets the job via the connection of the wife and his mother-in-law. So he doesn't like Abel. He calls him a prick. To me, that's like a cuss word, but at the same point in time, like he just doesn't like him. So Ivan is Damien's best friend. So Ivan's wife just disappeared one day. Just just disappeared. Never been found. No body, no nothing. So one of the detectives that was working the case of Scarlett's murder, because she was murdered in the beginning, um, he come to find out his wife just went missing one day. So they feel like it's a serial killer, it's a serial abductor, um, in the town of Rainfall, and they're trying to figure out what it is. And Damien is like on a mission, like hell or high water. If anybody looks at my wife wrong, I'm gonna kill him. Like he's very, very. I get it, but at the same point in time, it's just he's up here, like he's here, but he gets up here. If anybody looks at his wife wrong, wrong tone, he doesn't play. And so, slowly but surely, throughout the book, it is trying to figure out, okay, hey, it's a pattern. You know, Detective Gamble's wife was like she just vanished. Ivan's wife just vanished. Um, Damien's wife just vanished. And it was just some shady boot stuff in there. So it took them a minute to find a connection and things of that nature. That's all I'm going to say about the book. You have to read the book. When I tell you, towards the end, it's definitely not who you think it is. It's definitely not who you would like for it to be. Um, it's definitely not who you would expect it to be. When I tell you my mind was blown, it was like fireworks going off with the ending of this book. I was like, holy crap, what did I read? So, in all things, definitely go and get the book. It is on Amazon. He has his own website. You can go on there and buy his other standalones. He is in the process of wrapping up his fourth book, in which I requested to be an ARC reader on that. Spencer, hey friend. And so I know it's coming out fairly soon. I think he was saying by like October. Um, Hopefully, prayerfully, it will be sometime along it, like before then. But I can wait. It's a lot of goodness coming out between now and then. But again, this is Felicia with the book is done. That is number 2 for this month. Now we're on to the third one.